Our religious leaders, let me recognize in our midst this day, Alhaji Abdurrafiu Ajiboye, Baba Lakbaji. Baba, I greet and I recognize you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I greet you specially, sir. Let me recognize in our midst this morning, Doctors Association of Nigeria, Ondo State Government Hospitals. I recognize you, doctor. You are welcome, sir. We also have with us the NDLEA State Commander,
Alhaji Abbas Mimiko, sorry please. Your Excellency Abbas Mimiko will recognize you, sir. Today we going to have a lecture, not only the commissioning, and the lecture will speak to the essence of this facility, the importance of this facility. Like I said earlier on, this is a facility that its name actually interprets what the facility has come to, the intervention it has come to do within humanity. Behind him, in front of him, by his side, by his left and right is his wife, Professor Olufunke Adeyeye, who is a professor of medicine. Back, we're trying to ask if you can hear.
and everything was feeling right. People started dancing. They called me over to join in. They said, JT, don't you feel good, man? Come on and join the reggae jam. I heard them singing, ooh la la la, hey hey hey, let's go dancing, ooh la la la, reggae dancing, ooh la la la.
My love, do you ever dream of candy coated raindrops? You're the same, my candy rain. Have you ever loved someone so much you thought you died, giving so much of yourself? It seems the only way. Tell me what you want and I will give it to you. 'Cause you are my love. Do you ever dream of candy coated raindrops?
Where am I coming?
My candy rain. My love, did you ever dream that it could be so right? I never thought that I would find all that I need in life. All I want, all I need. Now I know I found it in you. I found it in you. 'Cause you are my love. Do you ever dream? Don't you ever dream? Coated raindrops. You're the same, my candy rain. Back to life, back to reality, back to life, back to reality, back to life, back to reality, back to the here and now, yeah. Show me how, decide what you want from me. Tell me maybe I could be there for you. However do you want me? However do you need me? However do you want me? However do you need me? However do you want me? However do you need me? However do you want me? However do you need me? Back to life, back to the present time, from a fantasy, yes. Tell me now, take the initiative. I'll leave it in your hands until you're ready. However do you want me? However do you need me? However do you want me? However do you need me? However do you want me? However do you need me? However do you want me? However do you need me?
Well, it's almost nightfall, and there's no forecast of rainfall. And I'm in the mood for a party, so I'ma go out to a club and give the dance floor body. So I jump in the car and I go to the venue. Walk in the door, now I'm on the menu. Guys in the house, they're watching me. They're clocking me, there's no stopping me.
Desire,
I know you want me,
you're fine.
thank you. But I'm not the type of girl that you think I am. I don't jump into the arms of every man.
But I'm paid,
I don't need your money.
I love
You
you.
must be mad. Easy love is something that I ain't. Besides, I don't know you from a can of paint.
Tell me why is it when I walk past the guys I always hear, yo baby? I mean like what's the big idea? I'm a queen, enough respect, treat me like a lady. And no, my name ain't yo, and I ain't got your baby. I'm looking for a guy who's sincere, one with class and savoir faire. I'm looking for someone who has to be perfect for the Queen Latifah, me. My girl, come here.
More music at LakeMusicals.com.
Please. Auntie Funke, please. Can you, please come. We reverently welcome our Lord Bishop, my Lord Bishop, the Bishop of Ondo Diocese of the Anglican Communion, Baba, the Right Reverend Dr. Stephen Adenina Oni. Baba, we thank God for you and we thank God for your ministry. You are looking radiant and the glory of God is upon you every day. Very shortly, we will invite Baba to come and bless this program with his prayers, because we want to start the program now. And I want to put all of us so we want to start the program, but with this particular notice to all of us. Please let us find somewhere to sit, please. We need to, there is one item on the program for today that we need to start with now, right away. That item is the lecture. I earlier on said that a leading light in the medical profession will talk to us in respect of this lecture. And we will have the reasons for this facility which the Jibayo Adeyeye family have given to humanity. We want to invite our Father in the Lord, my Lord, the Bishop of Ondo Diocese Anglican Communion, Baba, the Right Reverend Dr. Stephen Adeniraoni, to come and lead us in the opening prayer. Please, shall we rise for Baba's prayer, please?
We give you all the glory. We give you honor. We give you all the glory. We
Praise the Lord. Let somebody shout hallelujah. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Adeyeyes, we want to welcome you all to the official commissioning of the Mites Medical, Specialist Hospital and Drug Rehabilitation Center, the first of its kind in Ondo State. Once again, we are welcome. Let me recognize on the top table the Secretary to the Government of Ondo State, our own dear son in Ondo Kingdom. Dr. Taiwo Olumide Fashoranti. I recognize you, sir. You are welcome. Also on the top table, let me recognize the Chief of Staff to Mr. Governor, Prince Shegun Omojua. I recognize you, sir. You are welcome. Also on the top table, let me recognize the founder and his beautiful wife, Honorable Dr. Farmer, Barrister, Jibayo, and Professor Mrs. Olufunke Adeyeye. I recognize you, Sister Mass. Congratulations. Also on the top table, let me recognize our keynote speaker for today, Dr. Dokun Adedeji. Doctor, I recognize you, sir. Let me recognize the commander of the state commander of NDLEA, Commander Nansing Daniel Sala. I recognize you, sir. You are welcome. Let me recognize all our royal fathers who had earlier on been recognized. I want to recognize the member of the Ondo State House of Assembly, who is also the parliamentary secretary, member representing Ondo West Constituency 1, Honorable Monyolorun Taiwo Ogunwumiju. I recognize you, sir. We also have the Honorable Commissioner for Regional Integration and Diaspora Relation, Otumba Wale Akinlosoto. I recognize you, sir. You are welcome. Another distinguished guest, most of us have earlier on been recognized because of our time. We want to quickly move to the lecture now, so we don't keep us waiting. Over to you, buddy.
Thank you so much, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. What we want to do now is that we will take a documentary that will give us an insight into this facility. And that documentary will be introduced by one of us in this end. I want to invite Mrs. Olufunke Oluwole to come and do that, and thereafter she will also present the guest speaker. Over to you, ma'am.
Good afternoon, everyone here present. You're all very welcome. Standing on all existing protocols, we'd like to specially welcome all the members of our high table. As you have been informed, there's a short documentary that will lay a foundation and let you understand what the concept of Mind Medicals is all about and how it came into being. After that, I would briefly share the vision, the mission, and the services that will be available at this center. So please join me as you watch briefly this documentary on Mind Medical.
My name is Jibari Adeyeye. I'm a doctor, I'm a lawyer, and I'm also a farmer. Minds Medica was established majorly because of a personal experience I had. I saw a woman in town in Ondo City here. She was on the street, and she has been on the street for well over 8 to 10 years. I approached the neuropsychiatric hospital in Akure, and I saw the then medical director, Dr. Akinwumi Akinoye, who is a psychiatrist, and I discussed with him that I actually wanted to treat the woman because I felt the woman will get well. He agreed, but unfortunately, when they were coming to pick the woman from the street, the woman was not at that location. But they picked yet another woman. And they told me they had picked the woman. I said no, that this woman is still there. So they came back the following morning to pick the original woman. I agreed to take care of the two of them. And within the space of 1 month, these two women who had been on our street, they were able to remember their families, their relations, their last address, with precision. And that was really encouraging. So I asked them to continue treatment. We treated them, housed them at the neuropsychiatric hospital in Akure for well over 1 year. And to the glory of God, the two of them got very well. The first woman that was picked, we found her husband and found her children. And the husband still loved his wife, but he could not afford the treatment. So we undertook to treat and to continue treating. The woman we offered found employment for her, found employment for the husband, and relocated the two of them to another part of the town. The other woman, we could not find any of our relations. We also gave her accommodation, and she is also gainfully employed somewhere else now. This brought us to the fact that we needed a good mental health facility in the state. The only mental health facility in the state presently is being run by government. It's being run by Ondo State government. And there is no drug rehabilitation center in the state. So we decided to add this to our concept. We put some professionals together psychiatrists, clinical psychologists, social workers, and we conceived the idea of Minds Medica. And we conceived it to be a mental health facility that will look after people that are mentally deranged and also help people who are with the problem of drug addiction to come out of addiction and stay drug-free. So to God be the glory, we were able to get this facility. So we bought the facility, we bought the property, and we started putting it together, renovating it. The property was renovated, and we brought in equipment. I'm also happy to tell you that one of the very important equipment in the mental health facility is the electroconvulsive therapy machine, which arguably today, I can tell you, for free, none is working. None is in Ondo State. We are the only ones that have a working ECT machine in the state, and probably in Southwest, the only one being also in Lagos, Yaba Psychiatric Hospital. In Ondo State, there are 5 psychiatrists for about 5 million people. 3 or 4 are in the employment of Ondo State government, and 1 is in the employment of the federal government at FMC Owo. So personnel would actually pose a major challenge in running a facility like ours. Because of that, we have established a virtual room. We are leveraging very seriously on telemedicine. So doctors, psychiatrists can see patients for us, even from the diaspora. We have enlisted many psychiatrists from America, from London, from Lagos, from Ibadan, to work for us and to see patients for us in Ondo State without needing to employ them in our service. So we have a very strong telehealth room where the patient sits comfortably in front of his doctor. We see his doctor on television and talk to the doctor, and we have our nurse to be there to take notes and implement whatever the doctor says under the supervision of our psychiatrists that are around. So it's a center that we have conceived not for profit making, not to make profit, but we have conceived it to be a sustainable center. So the services will be affordable, and it may interest you. We are not out to make huge profit. If anything at all, we are praying that we don't have issues of drug addiction in our society. So the facility is going to be campaigning actively against the use of dangerous drugs. Because we believe sustainability will be a problem, we have also will be establishing what we call Minds Medica Foundation very, very soon. Minds Medica Foundation, we have its trustees, including people from the Christian religious faith, Muslim religious faith, the traditional institution, Nigerian Medical Association, Nigerian Nurses and Midwifery, and many other members of our society, so that they will manage whatever donation people give to Minds Medical Foundation. And from the donations, we can afford to treat people who don't have relations or who have mental problems, or people whose relations have neglected and are littering our streets. It can only be treated by donation from public spirited people. So Minds Medical Foundation will be launched very soon, and will be made up of reputable people in our society to manage whatever funds people donate. So I hope I've been able to explain to you what our mission and vision is for our society.
I'm sure we can do better than that. This is a laudable vision and a very laudable project. But we would like to emphasize once again that it is not an Adeyeye project anymore. It has been, today it will be formally commissioned and this facility will be open. This is a project for Ondo State. This is a project for the people of Ondo State. It is going to serve the people and it is going to be supported by the people far and near. I'm sure that we can beat our chests as Ondo indigenes that this is the first privately owned facility in this state to support what government has. And the only thing that we can do is to sign up and be a part of this project. The vision of this project is to be the foremost center for mental health and drug addiction rehabilitation in Nigeria. We can only do this with the support of you. You know, we're very proud, in those states. Anything we lay our hands upon must show the ODD spirit. So we really have to take this to higher heights. We want to transform the lives of people and restore human dignity. There's nothing that is eroded more than the dignity of a mentally challenged person. People ostracize you, the society castigates you. But there's nothing wrong because some of these people can be rehabilitated fully with the appropriate treatment protocols. The mission is to provide high quality, evidence-based care to individuals experiencing mental health challenges, ensuring recovery through comprehensive treatment, personalized support, and a collaboration with families and communities. We have a range of services that will be on display here and will be offered here. If you have a copy of the program, you can see the list of services on the back page that Minds Medica will be able to provide to the citizens of Ondo State. So we will take a few more recognitions before I have the pleasure of introducing our guest lecturer for today. Thank you.
Please let us applaud her, please. Let us applaud her, please. Thank you so much. Maybe before the recognitions, Dr. Honorable Farmer Barrister Gibayo Adeyeye used the pronoun we severally in the documentary. And I begin to ask myself, yes, we, maybe the management, but I knew something told me in my mind, and I'm not, I couldn't have made any mistake, that Dr. Gibayo Adeyeye, the we meant Professor Olufunke Adeyeye, because yes, he's a doctor, but he's not a professor of medicine. And so she must be leveraging on the capacity of his wife. Please let us applaud Professor Olufunke Adeyeye. Thank you so much, ma. Thank you, ma. Thank you, ma. I want to quickly recognize the representative of the Chief Imam of Ondo Kingdom, Alhaji Dr. Bashir Alim, represented by the Chief Imam of Tokwa Mosque, Alhaji Eno Abubakar. And also Alhaji Abdulaziz Alimi, representative of the Chief Imam. Thank you so much. A member representing Irele constituency, Honorable Dr. Chris Ogunlana. Distinguished Honorable, you're welcome, sir. Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Dr. Chris Ogunlana, Chairman House Committee on Health. Thank you so much. This is your beat in the House of Assembly. We will have to give us a light music because His Imperial Majesty will
The roof and have some fun. Throw away the work to be done. Let the music play on. Everybody sing, everybody dance. Lose yourself in wild romance. We're going to party, caramba, fiesta, forever. Come on and sing along. We're going to party, caramba, fiesta, forever. Come on and sing along. All night long, all night, all night long, all night, all night long, all night, all night long. Oh yeah. People dancing all in the street.
I would like to recognize in our midst let me recognize in our midst. Please, let's clear the eye, please. All paparazzis, please. Let me recognize in our midst my own dear father, His Imperial Majesty, Oba Dr. Victor Adesimbo Kiladejo, CFR LLD DSC, the Oshemawe and Paramount ruler of Ondo Kingdom, who is also the Chancellor, Unimed. By you, Kabiesi, I recognize you. You are welcome, sir. Let me use as a point of respect to all the Oshemawe in council, High Chief Lisa Ogutimeyin, ON, and High Chief Odofin Olaniyan, Baba Mokiwon, Ada Igbosa.
Of the individuals that make up our dear nation. As the CEO of Compassionate Care Recovery Initiative, a leading NGO specializing in the treatment and rehabilitation of individuals with substance use disorders, Dr. Adedeji has made a profound impact in the humanitarian sector. With a keen understanding of the human mind and an unwavering passion for transformative care, he has dedicated his career to empowering individuals and fostering hope. Prior to leading CCRI, he served as the Director General of CADAM, a faith-based NGO providing treatment and rehabilitation services for drug addiction, where his leadership spanned an impressive 31 years. I think we can applaud to that. When you're at the top of an organization for 31 years, you obviously are doing something right. Dr. Adedeji is a valued member of the Special Purpose Committee of the Chairman, Chief Executive of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, an advisory body championing progressive drug policy and intervention initiatives in Nigeria. His educational and career accomplishments include him obtaining his medical degree from the prestigious University of Ife, now known as the Obafemi Awolowo University. And his professional experience spans diverse sectors, including healthcare, corporate management, and human resource development. His career highlights include as little as when he started as a senior medical officer at the First Foundation Medical Center, Lagos. He was company medical advisor and later head of human resources at Cadbury Nigeria PLC, where he earned the prestigious Global Chairman's Award for employee involvement in the community in 2002. Dr. Adedeji voluntarily retired from Cadbury in the year 2010 and has since consulted extensively for corporate organizations and government bodies. He is a relentless advocate for the less privileged. He has consistently served as a resource person for the Nigerian Employers Consultative Association and several other organizations. He was nominated as a torchbearer for the Queen's Baton Relay during the Commonwealth Games in Manchester, UK. He's not only small, he's fit. Received a nomination alongside Kadam for a United Nations award. His creativity shines through literary works. He's a poet and a distinguished publisher with 2 books under consideration. He's a member of several social clubs and continues to influence various spheres through his leadership, mentorship, and advocacy efforts. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the best candidate to introduce and to take this lecture for us. Help me to welcome Dr. Dokun Adedeji to the podium.
Their ministers or their NDGs so that they will know how to treat people better. See, people are depressed and they bring that depression into the service and it affects the whole thing, the whole entire state, the entire country.
There's a need for the government to pay attention to change agents, to catalysts like myself who are trying to make a change and work in collaboration. Number 2, to provide the support that is needed, the resources that are needed. And 3, to continue to empower us for more networking within the parastatal and the community.
Data from 2017 states that approximately 7 million Nigerians experienced manifestations of depression. Also, another 4.9 million people experienced anxiety disorders, with just about 300 psychiatrists serving the entire population, far below the WHO recommended ratio of 1 psychiatrist per 10,000 people. It is clearly evident that more investment in providing infrastructure and personnel to help upscale mental health care treatment is needed in the country. In Abuja, for News Central, Aishat Salihu.
Behind these doors lies a crisis hiding in plain sight. One many Nigerians choose to ignore. Across psychiatric hospitals nationwide, patients vastly outnumber medical staff. The facilities are overcrowded, poorly funded, and in some cases, dangerously neglected. According to the World Health Organization, Nigeria has fewer than 1 psychiatrist per 700,000 people. Most are based in cities, live in rural areas with little or no access to specialist care.
If you have a shortage of psychiatrists and other mental health professionals, what it also spells is that people may not get appropriate care as at when due. You might eventually see, a therapist or a mental health professional, but what is the quality of care that you're getting? We're also at risk. If we get overworked, we can get, stressed out, we can become burned out.
With formal support out of reach, many families resort to religious or traditional healing centers, some unlicensed, where patients are chained, beaten, or starved under the guise of treatment.
If we think that it's bad for people in the urban areas, it's only possibly extremely abysmal for people in the rural areas. And so what you would find is that you'd find people who would exploit that gap, largely because there are no professionals who provide the care. You would see just about anyone and everyone call themselves, quote unquote, a professional just to be able to provide the care that people need. But unfortunately, what happens at the end of the day is that you might find a worsening of mental health symptoms.
Stigma remains a major barrier. In many communities, mental illness is still seen as a spiritual curse or personal weakness. people delay seeking help often until it's far too late.
When a random person hears therapy or you need therapy, most of them believe that therapy is for people that are having intense mental disturbance, and then when the therapy itself has now become a form of label or an object of stigma.
When we have more information out there, probably through agencies like National Registration Agency, through the health ministry, in different localized languages, it would reduce the stigma significantly.
In 2023, Nigeria passed a new Mental Health Act, a promising step, but implementation has been painfully slow. Currently, less than 4% of the national health budget goes to mental health, and even less actually reaches those in need.
We have to start from the policy perspective, from the government's perspective, by looking at how we want to increase the budget that goes to mental health. Second is the same way we have HMOs giving access to therapy through their third parties and their clients. We should now incorporate therapy into the NHIS scheme, such that public service workers and general Nigerians on the NHIS scheme can also have access to therapy.
Until Nigeria begins to take mental health seriously through proper funding, public education, and trained professionals, millions will remain behind closed doors, untreated, isolated, and invisible. In Lagos, for News Central, Oluwakemi Alimi.
Now wow, who they do marriage don't hire you? See groom don't hire. Groom, he done a look, he don't Ben Johnson. See groom. Everybody was like, oh boy, call your marriage now today. Who they do marriage don't let go, he don't go. Yes, sir. You not listen to anybody, sir. Who they do marriage, don't Baba Cho, today na your birthday. Wake up. You can't answer anybody.
Every substance is made for a reason. Say no to this particular one. A new highly addictive substance threatening the youth. It is stronger than tramadol, causing irreversible damage to the brain, heart, and organs. Seizures, psychosis, and hallucinations are just the beginning. It can lead to respiratory failure, heart problems, strokes, liver, and kidney damage. That's not all. It can drain your resources and leave you bankrupt. It gives you social isolation, mental health problems, depression, anxiety, suicidal thoughts. It is crime and violence. It is time for us to take a stand. Let's educate ourselves, our families, and our communities about the dangers of this. We must be concerned about the well-being of our youth. To those who are profiting from selling red, I ask, what is the value of a human life? Is it worth the money you're making? Let's call it what it is, wickedness. Let's join forces to protect our youth and our communities, saying no to red.
What's going on here? The kind of substance that people take these days just to get high like this. Just imagine what's happening here. Wow.
Why Frank okay? Why Frank okay? Why Frank okay? Apua. So we I read and you know what we need. I sell us. I can't day. The more was a spring. I'm posing it.
These young people here are getting high on kolos. It's a mix of marijuana and chemicals that's becoming increasingly popular among youth in Lagos. We're filming secretly how it is sold on the streets.
Right. How much is one bag?
1,000. That's only about 50 cents. Why is this different than marijuana? It's stronger. Drug abuse in Nigeria ranks among the highest worldwide, yet the most recent official data is outdated. According to a 2018 estimate, around 14 million Nigerians misuse drugs. However, experts in drug prevention warn that the actual number could be much higher, potentially reaching as many as 40 million people. The dealers could not tell us exactly what kind of chemicals are in colos. The makeup varies from batch to batch. Medics say they often contain heavy metals, which can be life-threatening.
There's a bit of marijuana in it, about 10 to 11% of it is marijuana. The other components are chemicals and herbs. And you know what chemicals and herbs do? They will destroy the vital organs, the kidneys, the liver, and then the brain.
Colos is cheap, very addictive, and available everywhere.
The thing that bothers me is the fact that you can get it anywhere. You don't have to look far. Sometimes you can stay in your house and get. You make a phone call to a dealer, it delivers.
The use of synthetic drugs like colos is also being glamorized everywhere. From social media feeds to music videos, drug abuse is made to look cool and tempting to millions. Experts warn of a drug epidemic but lament that other policy issues, namely Nigeria's dire economic and security situation, caused the crisis to be overlooked.
This pay guy, what they call dollar. As soon as they see, now they run this. Then they pan this grease woman, so you don't see. You don't see. They drink a pass mark, you don't see. You don't see. Dollar, then they walk.
No, that's okay. That's enough. That's enough. But let me just say that as soon as the governor comes, I will suspend the lecture and continue thereafter. I'm so glad that Dr. and Professor Adeyeye has invited me to be here today. I have done this video for you to see so that you can have an understanding that we're not talking about skits. We're talking about real life issues. Back then in 1954, about 71 years ago, are you hearing me? They are. They say, back then, not at the back. I think it's not my, is it my volume? No, it's not. It's not. Can I just go on? I'm sorry if some people are not hearing me. I'm sure probably later they will project some of it and then you can get a copy of the lecture. Back then in 1954, about 71 years ago, Dr. Thomas Adeoye Lambo, as he then was, who later became the Deputy Director General of the World Health Organization from 1973 to 1988, started something extraordinary at Aro Mental Hospital in Abeokuta, Ogun State. While the world was locking away his patients in asylums, Nigeria, through his initiative, pioneered community-based treatment for the patients. This community model worked so well that American researchers came in here and they recommended it for their own use in 2017. And more than 70 years later, the world is still trying to catch up with what Nigeria started in the 50s. That culture is not a barrier to mental health treatment, but it is its foundation. That is, when we manage patients, we consider all the paraphernalia of human existence. Today, Friday, the 22nd of August, 2025, Ondo Town in Ondo State is creating medical history in the area of the treatment and management of mental health disorders and drug addiction in our society. We are gathered here today to witness history as a medical power couple of Dr. Honorable Jibayo Farmer, whatever they say you are, and Professor Funke Adeyeye, I established the first private facility in Ondo State for the needs of patients with mental health disorders and substance use disorders. You know, before people call it addiction, my guy in NDLA will say so. But we don't call it addiction anymore. We call it substance use disorders. And I'll tell you why. There are many things today that people are using that you cannot call drugs. You cannot call methylated spirit drug. You cannot call gum drug. Fumes for pit latrine, you can't call it drug. In Southwest here, they call something gegemu. How many of us know gegemu? You know gegemu. Would you believe that the leaves of gegemu are boiled and the fluids are used as drugs? And then the raw fruits on it are dried and ground and sniffed. Gegemu. In the north, there's something called zakami. It's also a naturally occurring seed that is so used. This is not only historic in its conception. It is the right and appropriate time, considering the huge burden that these twin afflictions constitute to our national health predicament, and also the relief that we bring to patients who suffer from societal neglect, stigma, and discrimination, which ought not to be so. As Jibayo said, I can tell you for free that none of these people, none of them cannot be treated. They can be treated and they will live normal life. There used to be a man who was vice president in America. He was being treated for mental health condition. So it is not something we should run away from. Although people run away because they say, well, I can't show the pain. But I tell you, they can be normal people in the society and get productive. I'm also sure that the Ondo State government will appreciate the lessening of the burden on its social responsibility and health budget because of this private initiative, helping the government to do part of the work. The World Health Organization defines health as a state of complete physical, social, and mental well-being of an individual and not the absence of disease or infirmity. I dare say that without mental health, there is no health. Mental health is defined as a state of well-being that enables the individual to cope with the stress of life, realize his abilities, learn and work well, and consequently contribute to his community. Jibayo showed us the example. The woman that was on the street for 8 to 10 years, she's now working and married and staying with the husband. Nothing is impossible if we do just what we need to do. Is it not therefore ironic, listen to this, that we are surrounded by friends, colleagues, and even family members who can easily notice fake wristwatches, fake sneakers, but not a depressed soul. They see your shoes, they say, oh, this is not original. But they don't see that you yourself are not original. That is the irony of our situation. And let me just share, I need you all to just think about that. And I tell you today why we have so many people on the streets walking as if mad. It's because people are not observant. People really don't care. The Bible says be neighbors. We should be good neighbors to ourselves. But many times because of economic conditions, nobody cares about the next person. Our society is becoming insular. And that's why we are now living like the Americans, who can wake up with a gun and kill a whole class. We better watch it. We might get there. This must be something of the divine. There must be something of the divine in Jibayo that spoke to you in a sensitivity in the mind of Jibayo to spur him to this historic initiative. Why the world see daily grace, daily dress, gaily dressed and ornament bedecked individuals? We put on gold, we put on all this. Jibayo saw their troubled souls and birthed this in Ondo town, Minds Medica, to cater to the needs of these patients and their families. Let me just share with you 2 examples. There's a woman, I don't know, many women we know. She was married. She had a son. And she was living in Upper Manhattan. And you know Manhattan is very expensive. Her personal wealth was about $100 to $150 million. And then she sold her business for $2.8 billion. The December of that year, she committed suicide by hanging. Why should she, you will ask? But that is the thing we are dealing with today. It seems normal, she has everything that everybody should have, but there was something that was a void and led her to suicide. There was also another gentleman that many of you will know. He used to be on CNN. He was doing international cuisine, talking about food, traveling all over the world, Anthony Bourdain. They sent him to France in 2018 to cover an assignment. In his hotel room, he committed suicide. So not that he wasn't working, he had a family, he had a good job. So it's not about the material success we see. It's not about the gaily dressed things we see. It's about the soul. Mind, Medica. In Nigeria, mental health disorders affect a significant portion of our population, with estimates suggesting that about 25 to 30% of Nigerians experience some form of mental illness. I was discussing with Kabiyesi. Kabiyesi said, Dogzi, who is not mad? He said, because if you look at the spectrum, of you feel happy and suddenly they tell you that you have lost your car, what happens? It's a transition. So that's why it's so important for us to have an understanding of what we're talking about. This translates roughly to about 50 million Nigerians. Don't look at your friend and say, maybe this person. No, I'm just giving you figures. A major challenge is the limited access to mental health care. Let me show you. The population of Liberia as a country is 5 million. The population of Mauritania is 4 million. The population of Nigeria, one is a female. And I can tell you for free from experience, many of our young girls are doing drugs more than men. You'll be shocked. I went to give a talk in a program. So they gave me a room to consult with anybody on drugs. And these were Christian youth leaders. Hear me well. Christian youth leaders in a Christian setup. So after talking, over 40 of them came to me. One girl walked to me. She was in part 2 of a university in Ekiti. I will not mention where. She was shaking, she was shivering, she was sweating. So she was jonesing. So she sat with me and said, Doctor, I want to stop. I said, we can help you. You know what she did? You know, she brought a jotter to the conference to jot notes. She opened the jotter and gave me 2 sachets of Colorado, which meant that if I wasn't there, she would use it. Look, honestly, parents need to wake up. We can laugh, we can look at these figures, but it comes to our homes. What are we doing as families about these things? When somebody begins to act, what do we do? Instead of taking their professionals like Jibayo, we know nobody must know. We lock them up. I've been to a place where they locked a final year undergraduate of mechanical engineering in the room for 8 years because they couldn't face the society with them. But I tell you today, there's no need for stigma or discrimination. I have helped a lot of people that today are doctors, pastors, lawyers, and they're everywhere. So they can get help. If they get the help they need, they'll be okay. So let me give you the figures. The other disturbing factors were that the Southwest had the highest rate of drug use in Nigeria, 22.4%. And the highest rate of drug use in Nigeria is in Lagos State. That you can't help yourself, you need help. And what I need to say is, at every stage of those steps, we can help. We can help. It is important to say that any one of us can suffer from these conditions. I need to confess. But you know, sir, Lord Bishop, that is also another aspect in which you must develop our medical care. In China, other countries, they have their own native medication. In Nigeria, we say Babalawo Kogbadun. We have to integrate the whole system. They treat them, they get well. I don't know how they do it. So me, I can't speak to it. Maybe we should leave that with the Christian people to pray for them. I think, Kabiesi, you said something about why are they in circulation? We should ask ourselves the same question. You see, the challenge that I'm bringing before all of us is this. We think this responsibility belongs to NDLA. It is not true. NDLA cannot do 1/50th of what is in town. It is about us. Many of us know our tenants that they sell drugs. Many of us know the streets where they sell drugs. There's one that has 42%. And this is the thing they wake up to take like 4. So it's about us.
Our responsibility that this hospital is supporting a sectorial approach to drug enlightenment campaign in the society. By this approach, we involve all the relevant stakeholders who are of taking to drugs and other social vices, so that they will grow up to become better leaders of tomorrow. The family is an important stakeholder. The religious institutions, as it were, they teach morals, and it is it is incumbent upon them to join hands with the NDLA, other stakeholders, to preach the values and de-emphasize materialism, because we find out that most people today, they go to churches for miracle solutions. I don't think that is the miracle of God that we as Christians should teach in our churches, but rather we should teach posterity and good values. And this includes abstaining from social vices, including the use of drugs and other substances.
I felt the woman will get well. He agreed, but unfortunately, when they were coming to pick the woman from the street, the woman was not at that location. But they picked yet another woman. And they told me they had picked the woman. I said no, that this woman is still there. So they came back the following morning to pick the original woman. I agreed to take care of the two of them, and within the space of 1 month, these two women who had been on our street, they were able to remember their families, their relations, their last address, with precision. And that was really encouraging. So I asked them to continue treatment. We treated them, housed them at the neuropsychiatric hospital in Akure for well over 1 year. And to the glory of God, the two of them got very well. The first woman that was picked, we found her husband and found her children. And the husband still loved his wife, but he could not afford the treatment. So we undertook to treat and to continue treating. The woman we offered found employment for her, found employment for the husband, and relocated the two of them to another part of the town. The other woman, we could not find any of our relations. We also gave her accommodation, and she is also gainfully employed somewhere else now. This brought us to the fact that we needed a good mental health facility. in the state. The only mental health facility in the state presently is being run by government. It's being run by Ondo State government. And there is no drug rehabilitation center in the state. So we decided to add this to our concept. We put some professionals together, psychiatrists, clinical psychologists, social workers, and we conceived the idea of Minds Medica. And we conceived it to be a mental health facility that will look after people that are mentally deranged and also help people who are with the problem of drug addiction to come out of addiction and stay drug-free. So to God be the glory, we were able to get this facility. So we bought the facility, we bought the property, and we started putting it together, renovating it. The property was renovated, and we brought in equipment. I'm also happy to tell you that one of the very important equipment in the mental health facility is the electroconvulsive therapy machine, which arguably today, I can tell you, for free, none is working. None is in Ondo State. We are the only ones that have a working ECT machine in the state, and probably in Southwest, the only one being also in Lagos, Yaba Psychiatric Hospital. In Ondo State, there are 5 psychiatrists, or about 5, not to make profit, but we have conceived it to be a sustainable center. So the services will be affordable, and it may interest you. We are not out to make huge profit. If anything at all, we are praying that we don't have issues of drug addiction in our society. So the facility is going to be campaigning actively against the use of dangerous drugs. Because we believe sustainability will be a problem, we have also will be establishing what we call Minds Medica Foundation very, very soon. Minds Medica Foundation, we have its trustees.
Well, thank you for the indulgence. I don't want to waste much of our time any longer than to just welcome His Excellency to grace the occasion too, the Bishop and everyone else. I'm sure somebody will still do the vote of thanks. So I want to, this is the essence of why all the papers I'm holding are different brands of 40% LICO. Thank you very much.
We on item 9, goodwill messages, and one of the interventions we have had is the intervention from the state commander of NDLA. And so at this point, Your Excellency, we want to have the intervention of some prominent citizens. We will have one person from the US, we'll have somebody from UK, but those on ground here would have the intervention of the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Health in Ondo State, Dr. Nino Ikuomola, to give a goodwill message. And Dr. Niron Ikuomola.
Minds and revive hope to those who might have thought of or have even given up. I am willing to support this task as I see it as a commendable one with a vision. I look forward to visiting the edifice when next I'm in Nigeria to offer that support. Congratulations to Jibayo, his family, distinguished guests, well-wishers, and the Ondo State populace as we celebrate a new dawn in mental health care. Welcome to Mind Medica. Thank you all, and God bless.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Dr. Gbadehan, thank you so much. We appreciate you. I say, thank you, thank you. Your Excellency, before we go to UK, Your Excellency, would like to invite to
join everybody here to thank Dr. Jibayo Adeyeye and his family for this laudable effort. Apart from His Excellency, the Oshimawe of Ondo, I think I am next in the direct beneficiaries of this project as the chairman of Ondo West. Because there is something we call the catchment area. We are direct beneficiaries of this particular event. And we are thankful to God Almighty that we have all these kind of things here. Because I always know that His Excellency will have a lot of things and a lot of places to go to. And I want to plead with the governor that I know very well, will give Mind Medica what in management science we call the 5 M's. That's why we give men, money, materials, methods, and motivation for this particular place. I thank you very much, and God bless you.
Get go get the moolah. Pick up. Bonito gala.
Thank you. Your Excellency, since we cannot. I say, please. All right. Ẹ jẹ́ kí adúpẹ́ ẹ̀yin ìyẹn wa, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ mo fẹ́ bẹ̀ yín, ẹ̀bẹ̀ tí mo fẹ́ bẹ̀ ni pé ẹ jẹ́ kí a ti gbọ́ gbogbo nǹkan, gómìnà ti gbọ́ gbogbo nǹkan tẹ̀ ń sọ, wọ́n ti gbọ́, inú gómìnà dẹ̀ ti dùn, tí inú gómìnà ò bá dùn, ẹ ṣe tí inú gómìnà ò bá dùn wọn bá má wà bí lẹ́ni, abẹ̀yìn ẹ ní sùúrù. Please, Ẹ ṣé. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́. Thank you. Thank you. Bóyá kí n fún. Ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe pápápá so that gómìnà wọ́n á lè ráyè bá wa sọ̀rọ̀. Your Excellency, I must say that the people of Ondo City are happy with you, and they are happy seeing your face shining, and you are happy with us. So, Your Excellency, to seal off because we cannot connect with UK, His Imperial Majesty will now round off the goodwill messages. So, Your Excellency, it is a great honor and privilege to invite Kábíyèsí Aláyélúwà, the Ondo.
Báyìí o ní ibẹ̀ pẹ̀lú orin wa lọ́kì o mi lọ́kì orí mi sọ ayédàtí wa. Ṣé o. Now, the topic itself, it has to do with mental health, minds, Medica. This is not, it is not some, you see, even as a medical doctor, I did not appreciate the importance of all this, but when I listened to the guest lecturer, I came to realize that knowledge is something that one will keep acquiring all the time, because knowledge is power. Knowledge is anything you can think of. So I really thank you. What one can take home is that this issue of medical issue or minds medical that is taking care of medical issues. It's not just something we should take lightly. Because if a member of a family is involved, virtually all the members of that family is involved. The father, the mother, the beneficiary, everybody is involved. But most importantly is that, please, let's avoid a situation in which we think that it's just, it affects some people. It affects all of us. That's the first thing I'm drawing home. And we have a Western country where the president, one of the best presidents the country ever produced, and the president performed very well. Again, we are aware of the mother of one of the head of government in the Western country, where the mother was a kleptomania. She was going about picking anything that comes her way. That's the mother of the head of government. We can go on and on. That is, this issue of mental health is not a respecter of anybody. It's not a respecter of any class, any social class. It doesn't matter where you are. So it's something that for all of us. So Dr. Jibayo, my own son, in whom I'm well pleased, I want to thank you for this. I will do my wé àṣìṣe o ohun dédé o bá ti dọ́wọ́lé aka yọ ẹ́ sí rere o ọlọ́run lè dùnmọ̀ ẹ́ àkó ẹ̀yìn ẹ o and also once again thank the governor and members of his entourage for this wonderful, for his presence here today. May God Almighty continue to bless you and bless all of us all. Thank you.
Kabiyesi, we appreciate you. Your Excellency, Governor of Ondo State, Dr. Lucky Orimisan Ayedatiwa, to come and talk to his people and talk to the people of the Sunshine State.
Thank you. Ṣé ẹ ti gbọ́ mi bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn? Àyè wa pọ̀. The Secretary to the State Government, Dr. Taiwo Fashoranti. The Chief of Staff to Mr. Governor, Prince Segun Omojuwa. Let me also acknowledge the founder of Medica and his lovely wife, Barrister, Honorable, Farmer, Parliamentarian, Jibayo Adeyeye. I recognize you. Let me also acknowledge member Ondo State House of Assembly, representing Ondo West 1, Honorable Munyolon Ogunwumeju. And his colleague, mi ò ní pé àwọn ọmọ Ondo mọ́ o, tó ní bá ti pè wọ́n ẹ̀ jẹ́ kí n sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́. Ọmọ wa náà ni a mọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀. His colleague, honorable member representing Irelelo, recognize especially you and members of your team that are here. I acknowledge you. Our party leaders, I recognize every one of you. Let me use Abakele as a point of contact to all of our party leaders. Our religious leaders, I will use my Lord Bishop Reverend Stephen Adinuroni, the Bishop of Ondo Diocese of the Anglican Communion. I greet you, sir. Thank you so much. Adura Yamagbao, and all that clergy that are here from other faith, Muslim faith, wherever you are sitting. That every time, any time I go for presentation of instrument of appointment and staff of office. And whenever they also visit my office, those whose stools are empty, I always send them back home.
you have chieftaincy declaration that states clearly where the next Oba should come from. Go back and talk to your people. I'm not influencing anything. So I didn't influence this one. He's more than qualified. When you have an erudite lawyer as a KBAC, what do you expect? On the Tunkawe, that business school. So he will definitely add value to that community. Congratulations, my friend. Ẹ ṣé, á kan ẹ̀yin náà. Bá ti ẹ̀yìn rẹ̀ èjú bá já o, ẹni Ọlọ́run bá ti ṣe tiẹ̀ èjú bá já o. Thank you. Ẹ ṣé, ẹ ṣé, ẹ ṣé, ẹ ṣé o. Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo yín, ẹ ṣé. Ẹ̀yin SSA àti SA ẹ̀ ń protest, mo kẹ́yìn náà o. Particularly Ondo West. Dr. Jibayo Adeyeye. In his thought, has decided to also contribute to security and well-being of our citizens. Reason why I have decided also to honor this invitation to be here. He has distinguished himself as one of the partners of this administration in the area of health. Thank you, Dr. Jibayo, and thank you, Professor Olufunke Adeyeye. So it is my great pleasure to be here in our state. I must commend Dr. Jibayo Adeyeye for this initiative and commitment to the well-being of our people. Minds Medical's vision to provide accessible, affordable, and highly quality mental health services is a bold commitment to preserving the values and total well-being of our people in body, mind, and spirit. The hospital state-of-the-art infrastructure, advanced diagnostic tools, and serene therapeutic spaces combined